Hello.
Ruthie says hi, Miss Patty and Jack.
Hello, Ruthie. How are you? So happy you can be here. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Tay Eats, all of you. Welcome in. Welcome in. And I am going to be cooking collards. And I've already washed them and cleaned them, picked them, and I'm going to show them to you. They're going to be ready to go in the pot. Here they are. Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me tell you what I have in this pot. This is the Dutch oven. I've put some butter in, and I have my stove going. And also, I have some peppers and onion that I'm going to put in here with my butter.
What are you cooking?
My hands are impeccably clean. I'm made sure of that. And I am going to put some seasonings. I am cooking collards. And this is onion powder that I am sprinkling in before I put my collards. I am going in with some black pepper. And guys, season according to your liking and your taste buds. Please. I'm going in with some garlic powder. And I've already cooked my turkey butts in the pressure cooker. And they are ready to go in the pot whenever I'm ready to put them in. I am going in with some dried parsley in the pot. It's still heating up. I'm going to get all of this kind of sauteed around before I put my greens in. I'm going to go in with a little Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm looking at this pot right now. Hello, Lashes. How are you? So happy you could come in. I am cooking collard greens, and I have my bell peppers, onion, and butter in my Dutch oven, along with some spices. Guys, use the spices and seasonings of your choice. I am cooking corn, making cornbread. I am going to cook some butter beans. Once I get the greens started, I will put on the butter beans. Just waiting for this to heat up. That's why I didn't want to do everything on camera, because it takes so long, and I didn't want to just do these little things. And I washed my greens. I washed them 3 times. I didn't have to wash them 4 times because the water was clear. The greens were pretty and pretty clean to start with, so that's why it didn't take me more than 3 washes. And I washed them in my kitchen sink. Guys, let me tell you a story. When I was working, there was a lady who worked with me, and she told me I wash my greens in the bathtub. And I'm like, really? I'm saying, who does that? And she said, I hose them off with the hose pipe, and then I wash them in the bathtub. I was in church once, and we had a women's gathering, and another lady told me she washed her greens in the washing machine. Guys, this is the reason why I don't eat greens from everybody, because I don't care how clean the bathtub is. I don't care how clean the washing machine is. I am not washing greens in either of those places. My greens will stay in the kitchen, and the kitchen only. There may be some who think it's all right. Well, that's fine for you, but it's not all right for me. I just don't do it. To me, it's not sanitary, and I don't do it. But anywho, just thought I would throw that in. Have you guys ever heard of anybody washing greens in the washing machine and in the bathtub? If so, put it in the comments. I would like to know I've heard of that a couple of times. I wouldn't want to think that I was going to a restaurant and they had a tub.
Rob Banks said his brain washed her brains in the tub.
What kind of tub, Rob?
Crafty Leo says the tub sounds like a great idea.
Tub? What kind of tub? What kind of tub, Rob? You mean one of those galvanized tubs that you only use?
Says, I hope you never ate.
I'm with you on that, Thais. I am with you, and this is my daughter in the background. Rob, I know you're kidding, because I know you're a jokester, and I know you're just kidding.
Leo said she was joking.
And Rob is joking too.
Crafty Leo says she's heard of both, but would never do that.
Yeah, I would not do that, and that is why I don't eat greens. Like people go to church gatherings and they be eating everything on the table and stuff. I never eat greens if I ever go to a gathering unless I know who cooked them and know that they don't wash in the washing machine and the bathtub. Yeah. Oh wow. But anywho, I tell you, I just that's funny. Guys, my daughter is here and she's just come from the doctor's office. They have a 3-year-old and she is pregnant right now with their second child. She'll be having a boy in March. But all is well. She went to the doctor today and everything is looking good. Yes. My daughter says hi to you, Jared, as she waves and going out of the door. Hi, Frank. How are you? So glad you could come here. So glad to see all of you. And Rob, be looking out for that package because instead of coming to the parade, I'm going to have to go with my daughter to take her son to the pumpkin patch, to take their son rather, to the pumpkin patch tomorrow. So I know I won't be coming your way, but anywho, just be looking out for a package today sometimes. Rob, well, tell Tanya, it's for Tanya. Tell Tanya now. Not for you, Rob, it's for Tanya. Okay, let me read the comments. Crafty Leo, I know you were joking. Okay, let me see. My daughter is gone now. She was, hi Tay, how are you? Hi Ruthie. Ruthie, I'm sorry. Hi Bud Files, Jared. And I want to speak to everybody and see. Okay, impeccably clean, yes. My hands are impeccably clean when I'm in the kitchen. Yes, ma'am. Lashes, how are you? So happy to see you, honey. We don't all have the same taste buds, right? You're right. And I always tell people to use the spices and the seasonings of your choice. Okay, Jared, I just posted my new video and posted on my tab. Okay, Jared, when I get off, I will be sure to watch your video. And thank you so much for being here. Peace and love to the chat. Peace and love to you, Rob. Grand noon. Thank you, Rob. And Jared was up. Jared. Rob is speaking to Jared. Crafty is speaking to Rob. My granny washed her costume too. All right, Rob. Oh boy. Let's see. I hope you never ate ever food. Yes, Tay. That is funny. There goes. Yes. I know you all were joking. It was a good laugh, Crafty. Did you wash those in the same place you wash your Oh, wow. Well, let's see. Hi, Frank. How are you? I'm so glad you could be here. Congratulations. Yay. Oh, you're due in March, too. Okay. So, Both of you will be having your little ones in March. I'm going to remember that, Crafty. Let me know when the baby comes as soon as you feel like it. And you may not hear me as clearly sometime as others because I have my iPad on one counter behind me, and then I have the camera on the other side. So that's why I may sound like I'm fading away, like I'm not there, I'm in the distance. But that's what's happening. Yes, congratulations to Crafty. Crafty, just to think of that I never got to see your live. I'm going to have to check it out. Okay. Okay. Yes, this is my younger daughter. She is 36. And well, you all know I have two adopted children, so actually my younger daughter is 23, I think, 23, yes. And going on 24. And this one is my biological daughter. She's 36 and she's having her second baby. And we're happy, we're excited about that. The life is just cooking, nothing about the baby or children. Okay. Unbiased, how are you doing? Queen, how are you? Hi, Shanita. You were hi, Queen B. How are you? We're still dashing the camera when you know what, Rob? So we just stopped filming. That's why I didn't catch you. I thought I saw it live, and when I did go to look at it, I couldn't find it. So I just thought you guys had finished. Okay, Odom, how are you? So happy to see you. JC family, how are you? So happy you all could be here. So I have this pot is hot, but I want to tilt it a little so you can see my onions and bell peppers and my butter. So now, as I said, I am going to wash my hands again, though they are clean. And I have a jalapeno pepper that I'm going to put on top of the greens when they are just about done. And here it is. I'm not going to put it on yet. I'm not going to put it in yet. I have to wash it. But we're getting ready to put these greens in the pot. I'm going to wash my hands again. Try to keep my dishes up as I go along so I won't have a messy kitchen when I finish. So we're getting ready to go in with the greens, and I've shown you all that. So let's turn the fire up a little, and I'll put the greens over here so you can see them as they go in the pot. And guys, I am going to add in my pot, I'm not going to use water. If y'all have been watching me, you know I use a lot of chicken broth for flavor, and I don't use the salt. Okay, this is the chicken broth, and I have some more in the cabinet, but I am going to pour this in my pot with my greens. I'm not putting my meat in just yet. This would have been the longest video if I had shown you from the beginning to the end, washing and cleaning the greens and all of that. And I thought that just would have been too long to keep you waiting while I just wash some greens 3 times, okay? As I told you guys, my hands are impeccably clean. And I'm going to layer them, and then I'll put some seasonings. Let me wash these off. I'm going to put some seasonings, some spices in between. I like to season in layers, guys. So a little onion powder, a little garlic powder, and I'm going to go in this time with some Chef Paul Prudhomme. Let's see, I want to make sure I get the right one. Poultry Magic Seasoning. And that is this. And I don't put much seasoning in to start with because we can't take away, but we can always add to. And going in with some more greens on top. And as I said, I like to season in layers. Oh my goodness. I am about to make a mess. Anything that goes on the floor will go in the trash can. We're not getting anything off the floor. The stove is clean. I will get something off the stove, but I make sure I clean my stove down with vinegar and all of that. And I am going to put a little bit of baking soda in here, and that's to cut down on gas. Okay, so the greens. Okay, I'll put some more seasoning on top once I put all of the greens in. They're gonna cook down, you know that. Okay, so I have all of my greens out of the pot, and we're gonna go in with a little more seasoning on top. Let's see here. Okay, a little more onion powder, a little more garlic powder around, a little black pepper on here. Guys, I use white pepper a lot of times. It just depends on what I am cooking. As to, let me wash this off. This is on the counter. Okay, now I'm going to get the top here, which I had in the sink to wash it off anyway. So it was clean, but I'm washing it again. Okay, let me dry the top and I'll look at the comments. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in, Cowboy Muse. You're doing good out yonder, my friend. It's Friday. Oh yes, it's Friday. Thank goodness. Happy Friday to everyone. Oh yeah, these greens will be stinking up the kitchen in just a bit, Crafty Leo. You know, because you cook the green. Okay, I'm putting the top on here, and I'm going to turn this up until I get them going. I have some more of the chicken broth. And if I run out of chicken broth, I have some chicken bouillon but I'm not going to run out. I've got 2 or 3 more. Here's some more. Let me wash this off really well. This cabinet been washed, but it's been in the pantry. So I'm gonna wash the carton off, because I know I will need some more in the greens. So and I will need it was one of those funny calls, robocalls, or whatever you want to call it, scammers. Gonna put this on just halfway, and I am going to get ready for the beans that I'm going to cook, the butter beans. So I'm going to put them in this colander. I'm going to put them in the colander right here so I can rinse them off. These are the butter beans that I'm cooking. And going to pour them in here. For you that have not watched the video, my daughter went to the store and she told me, if you cook this food, I will buy it. She wants this, she wants that. Everything she sees like food, she wants it right now. And she really doesn't eat like that, but she is right now. And I have my beans in here, and I'm going to go through them and pick out some that don't look just right. You gotta pick your beans, you know. Gotta look in here and make sure you get bad ones out. And that is what I am doing, picking the beans. Let's see here. I'm gonna pick them before, okay. See here, like the brown beans. I don't wanna put that in there, so I'm picking, just kind of looking through here, picking out the brown ones, the bad ones. And this is one that has a brown speck on it, if you can see that. So this is what I'm doing, picking all of the bad ones out that I see. Hopefully I see them all. I have my glasses on, y'all, so hopefully I will see them, see the bad ones. It's one picking before I wash them. Here's one with the brown spot. And these are frozen, but they are next best to fresh. They are fresh, but they have been frozen. And here, okay, I don't have but 2 bags here, so it's not a whole lot that I need to do with this. Okay, now I'm gonna wash these well. Let me get the pot ready that I'm going to put them in. Just wash that again. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day today. It is, the last time I checked, it is 64 degrees right now in my area. It may be a little warmer now because it is supposed to warm up a little more. Time to wash out this pot. Okay. Hi, Miss T. How are you? So happy you could make it. So glad to see all of you. Nate the Great, happy to see you, my brother. Glad to see all of you. That's right, speak to everybody. Okay, this is the pot that I will be cooking these butter beans in. These are the butter beans. So I'm going to wash them and put them in this bowl and wash them. I'm going to show you what I have them in, and then I'll put them back in the colander. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm running water right now. I'm coming back to the camera in just a second. I just want you guys, generally, if you have bad peas or beans in your bowl or in your pot, a lot of times the bad ones, and I put them in this filled with water, generally the bad ones will rise to the top. I'm still looking for any bad ones that may be in here. Guys, my hands are impeccably clean. I've washed them, and I don't have very long nails. I cut my nails. I keep them kind of medium. I like them kind of medium. So, let me see here. and try to break down everything here. Okay, here the beans are. I'm going back to the sink and rinse them in the colander. Since I have my camera sitting on the counter rather than on the tall tripod, it is hard for you to see around in my kitchen, but I am going to have to try and fix that. Okay, running water now. I'm washing the beans over here. Guys, that's what I'm doing. I'm washing the beans. Okay. Okay, these are the beans that I have washed, and I have them right here. I'm going to show you what I'm doing for the beans. I am going to put in, this is the pot that I will be cooking the beans in. I'm putting it over here on this side of the stove. Ooh, these are, my stove cooks fast, guys. So I'm going to turn it down a little and turn off the water. And I have some, I'm going to put some butter in my pot, just as I did for my greens. I'm going to put some butter. I'm not using real butter, but I'm going to put a hunk of this in the pot here for my beans, and this is what I'm using. You use whatever butter you want to use if you want to do that. Okay, and that goes in that pot for my beans, and I am going to put some chicken broth in the pot for my beans as well. This side is a smaller burner, and it's going to take a little longer for it to heat up. Here we get there. Okay, let's see what I got here in this pot. These greens are cooking. Okay. Just wanna okay, they're looking good, smelling good. I am going to add a little baking soda, just a pinch. And they say this cuts back on gas, having gas. And let's see what I got going. Okay, so I'm going to cut up some onion in the pot for the beans. Y'all know I like flavor. So I'm going to cut up a little bit of onion in here. Just a little bit of onion. You can have that flavor. Onion. Cut up however much onion you want to cut up and use. Or if you don't want to use, some people don't like onion, so whatever. I have some green onion in my garden, and if I had some in the house, I haven't bought any because I have some coming up in the garden. So I use a lot of green onion, I season with that as well. Okay, I am going to use some white pepper in my butter beans. I'm gonna put a little bit of white pepper. Let's see here. I have a pack that's already open, so I'm gonna put a little white pepper, as I said, in for my beans. A little white pepper in there. Okay, that should be enough. The white pepper is a slight bit hotter than the black pepper. Okay, now I'm going in with some onion powder. And here it is. This is for my beans, the onion powder. I don't measure, guys. I just know about how much to put. It's best to put a little bit and add to than to have too much and you can't take it out. Just a little bit of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, just a little bit of that. And once that starts to boiling and the butter is all melted, I will put in my beans. It's not going to really boil, but just to get the butter all melted. Then I'll go in with my beans. Clean off the stove a little bit. Now, you know it's going to take these greens a while to cook, so I'm not going to hold you for as long as the greens are cooking. And I will let all of the liquid cook way down with the greens. I'm not going to have a pot full of watery collards because I don't like it like that. So okay, now I can add the butter beans, which I have in the strainer here, the colander. I am going in with the butter beans. Okay. Okay. I have some, oh, I look like I see a bad bean in here. Okay, I will add a little bit of bell pepper in there. I haven't, but I will. Just put in this. Ooh, y'all, it is smelling in this kitchen. It is really smelling in this kitchen, y'all. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm going to add a little more. You notice I haven't put any salt in my food because there is, though I use 33 less sodium chicken broth, but with the other seasonings, there's salt, so I don't have to put any salt here. I'm gonna put the rest of this in the beans and just let them cook. Let them cook until they are done. The reason why I like to use the broth and not water, because the broth has flavor. That's why. So I'm going to put the top halfway on this pot, and it's going to start boiling. It's going to take a little while because this is the smaller burner, and I don't want to put it on high. I have it on high, but not high to where all of the burners within this one big one will be burning. So this is what we have going on right now. I am going to make up the cornbread and let you see that. So again, I'm not going to keep you for the whole video, but I will come back later and show you how everything. Hi, Yulu. How are you? So happy you're here. Hi, Steve. I welcome you in. So happy to see all of you. Reginaldo, happy to see you. Brazil, Brother Brazil, so welcome wherever you are tuning in from. I welcome all of you from all corners of the world. Thank you so much. Please thumbs up the live. And if you haven't thumbs up, don't forget to thumbs up before you leave. And after the live, guys, please make comments. I have a couple of people that I have to go back that I watch their lives. I need to go back and make comments. Unique Speaks, I am so happy to see you. This motivation by Pet. Okay, happy that you are being motivated. I'm going to show you these greens. These beans have not started boiling yet. So, let's see here. Let me rinse off this spoon. And let me take a look at these greens. They are cooking. Okay. The greens are cooking and all this seasoning. The bell peppers, the onion, the butter. All of this, I'm telling you guys, they are smelling good, good, good. I'm gonna let you see what they're looking like so far. Look at that. But they still have a ways to cook. But before I leave you guys, I am going to show you the meat that I'm gonna be putting in. I will put the meat and the jalapeno pepper on top, but I'm going to let these cook a little while longer. Let them boil. They are cooking. And let me take out the meat and let me see what the meat looks like. It's in the pressure cooker. I cooked it beforehand, so, but it's not quite ready to go in the pot yet. Let's see here. I just want to show you what they look like though. Not going to take them all out. Just, these are smoked turkey tails. I have about 6 of them. They're going in the greens and in the beans. Well, maybe I can take them all out. They're ready. I didn't want to overcook them because they're going to go in the pot with the beans and the greens. But let me show you guys. This is what they look like. Ooh, this is hot. And I see some feathers that I'm going to have to pull out like this. So I'll get that all cleaned up before. I wanted to get them hot. I tried to pull them before I cooked them, after I had soaked them in the vinegar. But I knew once they got all tender here, I would be able to easily pull them out, and that's exactly what I've done. Smoked turkey tails, here they are. I will probably get a little bit of the liquid, not a lot, and put in my greens and peas, but I want you to see this. But it's not time for me to put them in yet because they're really done, and I don't want them to just cook all up. So here that is. I'm going to cover that with some foil until I'm ready for them. And guys, I boiled them in a little vinegar water, and I seasoned water as well. So I'm going to just cover these until I am ready to put them in the pot. I'm going to look at them good to make sure I haven't missed getting any of the feathers out. But I'm just going to put those on the back burner and wait until they're resting until I'm ready for them. So let me mix up the cornbread. Jazzy Fame, how are you? So happy you could be here. Happy Friday to you and everybody. I think I've spoken to everybody. Okay, I bet your house is smelling really good. Oh, you should smell the aroma in this kitchen. Not only the kitchen, but the great room area, the dining room. Yes, it is such nice aroma of these greens cooking. Yes. This is going to take the greens a while to cook. I am not going to keep you on all of that time. And the beans have not even started to boil yet. So I'm not going to keep you the whole time because that would be just too long. And I know a lot of times people do not want to watch very, very long videos. So that's why I try to cut some of the steps like the preparation of it so that it won't just bore you with me washing greens 3 times. So I am going to show you what I'm doing. I'm just going to make a little, let's see, a little cornbread. I don't like it thick. I like the thinner bread. And I really am not going to make it right now because it won't take it long. So I'm not going to make it too far in advance before the greens are ready. I always like to make it last. So let me see here. This is the bowl that I will, and also I'm going to make a cake. And it's going to be, well, my daughter's birthday was yesterday, and I made her a Hershey's chocolate pound cake last year for her birthday, but I didn't, my oldest daughter, I didn't make a cake. So since she's watching what she's eating, I am going to make a cake that they kind of show you about in Weight Watchers. Generally, I make pound cakes and other desserts. Very seldom do I use box mix. I have nothing against it, but I just like to make mine from scratch. But I am using this Betty Crocker Angel Food Cake Mix, and it's going to have pineapples. Let's see, I got the wrong can. I got the peach can. Okay. And I am going to be putting crushed pineapples in it. So I may come back and do another separate on this because this is too many things to be cooking at one time to just keep you waiting and waiting. So I'll come back. I will do this cake today, and I may pop up and show you how this comes out, this cake. But right now, I am going to get my cornmeal. And guys, I've got so much to cook. I do want to show you about the chicken. These are the chicken drumettes that she wants me to bake. So I'm going to soak these in vinegar for about 30 minutes. I always put vinegar or lemon juice or both to clean my chicken, so I will be doing that. And then I will season these. I have 3 packs of these to cook. I will season them up with the seasonings that I love to use, and I will bake them. And I'm thinking maybe, a lot of times I will sear them first on top of the stove and then bake them. I love the brown color, so, and there's nothing wrong with the lighter color, but I just like to brown mine. I guess that's just the way Mama used to do hers, so I still do it. Not that it tastes any differently. As long as you have the seasonings on them, it's fine. But, oh, I went in to get the cornmeal. I keep that in the fridge, guys. Let's see here. She bought some cornmeal, but she really didn't have to because I had the same cornmeal that she bought. But this is what I will need for my bread. I have, and I will put an egg or two in here. The buttermilk, and this is the cornmeal. And as I said, I don't measure. I just kind of eyeball things. So I'm going to put some, maybe I'll try and measure just because I have you online. And somebody may need to know that. They need to know what I have here. And this cup is, it is a 1.5 cup is what this is, 12 ounces. Okay, so I'm going to put, and you know the consistency that you want your batter to be. So, you know, it's really a choice. I'm not going to make a whole lot of cornbread. And I don't know yet if I want to do muffins or if I want to do, let's see, that's about 1.5 cups. Because I tend to make too much cornbread. I be making cornbread like I'm about to cook dressing or something. So that's about right. 1.5 cups of meal. And this is what I'm using today. The buttermilk, Martha White buttermilk cornmeal mix is what I'm using. That's what I use a lot. And I put it in a Ziploc bag and keep it in the fridge. Okay, let's see here. If I can, I like to, sometimes I will, to have it, keep it from being lumpy, I will kind of do this, show you what I do. You don't have to do it. You can, and if I were not showing you, I would be cutting corners and doing it. But just to show you, I have this little mesh strainer here. I'm gonna put it in here, keep it from being so lumpy, and just because it has been sitting in the fridge. I have a sifter, but this works just as well. I use the sifter when I'm doing my cakes, but this will be fine for this. And I'm just doing it because, you know, when you put the meal in the fridge or the flour, it will get cold and lumpy. So this is why I am doing this. Okay. That meal will become lumpy, and this is the rest of it. And this is 1.5 cups. Just kind of mashing out the lumps here. Okay, and your bread will be smooth, and you can actually see the corn in there. Look at that. You can see the corn in the spoon. So I won't put this in there. And here it is. It's smooth. And as you can see, here it is. It's very smooth. And I am going to put in my milk, shake it. This is buttermilk. And here it is. And the oil that I'll be putting in, generally I use grapeseed, avocado, and I don't measure. I just know the consistency that I want here. And I start off with a little bit. So if I need to add some, I will. I'm going to add some more. And I am using some grapeseed oil, not a whole lot, just a little bit. I'm gonna put some, generally it is warmed up in the pan, but I'm just doing it like this right now. And I am going to put an egg in here. Since it is a small amount, I don't need but one egg. Okay, let me get the egg from the fridge. These eggs are a pretty large, they're supposed to be large eggs. I'm gonna wash this because I don't want anything to get in if the egg is not clean, what I'm trying to say. I don't need anything in my egg. If the shell falls in the egg and the egg is not clean, that's why I have made a habit to always wash my eggs. And I'm going to put it right here. And let's see. Let's get this out. Let me see here. Get it under the light so I can see better. It looks a little dim. I get the little cloudy part out. Okay. And here's the one egg. Let's go in here. One egg. Use more egg. The more batter, the more eggs you will use. But for this small amount, I don't need but one egg, guys. So one egg. I can tell I'm going to put a little more. I'm making a small amount, and I'm using a small pan. I don't use the muffins. But I will bring you back and let you see the whole. I'm not going to put any sugar in it. My daughter doesn't like sugar in her cornbread. And so I can put a little butter in it though. And I think I will add a little butter because I only put a little. I'm going to put a little more buttermilk in there. And it will be ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna melt some butter and put in here. And that's all there is to it. This is it, guys. This is it. Put a little butter in it. And here it is. This is the consistency that I want for my bread. See here? This is it. So, when it's time for me to put it in the oven, I'm going to, I'll say maybe a good tablespoon of butter I'm going to melt and put in. And I'll put a little oil, little grapeseed oil in the pan. And set the oven to 400 to 450 degrees until it's done, maybe 20 minutes. But test and see. I always test. I have a skewer, so, and this is the consistency that I want, guys. This is it. This is it. It's very simple, and it will be very good. So, just wanted you guys to see, and this is the batter for the cornbread. There it is. And so, I can put the buttermilk back. I'm going to get to the comments and see who is saying what. Oh, let's see. Charlotte Urban Gardner, how are you? Welcome here. Welcome, Simply Sarah. So happy you could be here. Thank you, Shanita. Don't forget to like, give a thumbs up, And also, after the live, please go and make a comment. Tell me what you think about the presentation. And I promise you that I will come back on and show you all of the finished product. I will have everything plated. Let's see here. Okay, the beans are boiling. And I'm going to show you what the greens are looking like. Let's see here. I feel I almost need to do another video on the chicken because I gotta wait until I got some more room up here with the pot of greens. I gotta get them out of the way first. Because you know these greens you have to cook for an hour and a half or so. So just want to show you what they're looking like so far. And I don't have a lot of, can you see this? Let me see if I can bring it over here and show you. This is what they're looking like so far. And I don't have a lot of liquid in here. Got flavor in here. I think I'm going to put the meat on top right now and let it cook some more. Let's see here. I don't ever put my meat in when it's first starting. Don't forget I'm going to melt about a tablespoon of butter and put it in there and stir it. Ooh, this is hot, guys. Okay, let me get one that doesn't look like it has any feathers on it. This one looks good. Okay, and that's the smoked turkey tail. I'm going to put it on top here of the greens. Let's look for another one that looks good without any feathers. Let me see, is this a feather? Looking good, don't want any feathers. Here's another one I'm going to put on top of the greens. And let's look at this one. How does this one look? That's a bone. Trying to be sure I don't have any. That's a feather. Okay. I think I got all of the feathers here. And there's another. This is going to be so much flavor, guys. And the rest of them I will hold for the greens. I have about 6. I have 3 nice sized ones in the pot with the greens. Okay, I'm going to put the top back on that and turn it down some and let that just simmer. Ooh, this top is hot, y'all. Let me see. Okay. Alrighty. So I'm going to cover that. And I'm going to turn this down now that it's started cooking. I'm not going to put the tails in these yet. They're not ready. So I've shown you everything that I'm doing here. I'm just not going to keep you any longer because I do have to do the chicken, but I don't need to keep you on while I do that. Plus, I'm going to need some more eyes on the stove because I'm thinking I may season up the chicken real good after I soak it in vinegar, season it up real good, and sear it on top of the stove. I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll put it in the oven just so it could get crispy and brown the way my daughter likes it. So until I have 4 burners, but I've got, with too many large pots on the stove, I think I'll just wait for the chicken. But I will bring you guys back and show you everything. I'm going to show you what I will be using to fry the chicken. This is the lid. And This is, y'all know I love my cast iron skillets. And this is a big one. And this top, I ordered this from Amazon, the top separately, and I matched it with the cast iron. This is what I will sear the chicken in, and I will put just a little grapeseed oil in the skillet, just not to deep, I'm not deep frying, I'm just searing it. And then I will put it in the oven and let it cook the rest of the way with some foil on top. This is my other cast iron skillet, which is a family heirloom. And so I keep this one. I love these skillets. They cook the best food to me. And this top that I ordered fits both of the cast iron skillets. Most of the time I keep my cast iron on top of the stove. I will clean it out good. I have some cast iron cleaner that I ordered from Amazon. I'm going to show you that, guys. Just in case you have cast iron, I use the cast iron soap. You can also clean it with coarse salt if you want to. I don't put a lot of water in it. I clean it with this. And then I don't put olive oil in it to grease it because it will turn rancid. Normally I would put some vegetable oil. I have just a small bottle of that so that I can grease up my cast iron. I use this to grease up my cast iron. Western. And this is vegetable oil. This is for my cast iron to keep it greased up and keep it from rusting. Trying to protect it. So guys, I have shown you. Let me show you the beans and what they're looking like. They're slowly cooking over there, but I want to show you what they're looking like. And you basically cook everything until it's done. Hope you can see the beans. Let me see. This is how they're looking so far. Just want you guys to see, but they're going to be a while cooking too. So, and once they cook a little more, then I will put the meat in. And that's it, guys. That's what I'm doing. And I will come back with the chicken. I don't know if it will be alive or it will just be, and remember, or if it will just be a video just to show you how everything is looking and what I'm doing. I think I should show you how I'm going to do the chicken. But this is the jalapeno that I'm going to wash and take the stem off and put in the greens when the greens are just about done, probably for about the last 15 minutes of cook time. So this is it. And you cook your greens until they're done. An hour and a half to 2 hours, what have you. You know when they're done. You know the way you like them. So I just wanted to give you some basics and not telling you what seasonings to use. Use the seasonings that taste good to your palate, the seasonings that you love, that you're used to using. I'm not telling you to use the seasonings I use. I'm not even telling you to put butter or put the chicken broth in yours, but I do it because it's flavorful and you have no idea how much flavor that will add to your food. But if you want to use water, that's totally up to you. But I'm just showing you the basics of how I do it, and that's it. And I'm so glad that you guys could come in and join me. Sandra Clark, how are you, Sandra? Hello, Pepper Princess. How is everybody doing? So glad to see everybody. So glad to see everybody speaking to everybody. I am happy about that. I'm You're doing amazing, good, and happy Friday to everybody. If you missed anything in the live stream, please go back and look at the playback. I appreciate you coming back, looking at the playback, the replay, or whatever. I appreciate any time that you can give me. Any time spent with me is appreciated, whether it's the replay or the live. I truly appreciate all of your support. Okay, when you get time, if you haven't already, check out my crumbles cookies review I put up yesterday. I surely will. I will, Sandra. When I get off, I will come to your house and check out whatever you have that I have not seen. I will be glad to do that. I will support you. I remember how you supported me when I was trying to get my WH time. I really appreciate you and everyone else. Many people watched my videos, my playlist, and I am happy. And I know a lot of you watched it because I watched my hours increase. When I first started, I had a couple of people to say, I'm going to watch your playlist, but that was way long time ago. But as I checked my watch hours, they did not move. And I knew that a couple people that said they were doing that were not doing it. And I remember what Lasha said. She said, go live to get your own watch hours. Go live, Miss Patty, go live, go live. And I know a lot of people really did watch my playlist, and a lot of people really still do watch my playlist, and I am grateful. And it's by the grace of God and you faithful supporters that I am where I am today, and I thank you all. Yep, Rob. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Tamika Davis, how are you? But guys, let me tell you something about me. I am not perfect. None of us is. But if I tell you that I am watching your PL to help you with WH time, God is my witness. I am doing it. I am doing it. I may watch 30, 40, 50 of your videos. And then I will stop and rotate and go to someone else. And then I will come back to you. I may not put a thumbs up on everyone because on every video, because a lot of times I'm just letting it run. I don't mute the volume. I just turn it down low and I let it run on my older iPad. I do that. I'm not in there looking, so therefore you may not see thumbs up or comment on every video, but I have let it run. And I will tell you, I have run 1 through 40. I finish, and in between time, I will go in and say, still running, still running. I do this because honesty, as they say, is the best policy. What would it profit me to pretend like I'm watching your videos, I'm helping you when I know I am not? I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. So I believe in integrity. I believe in honesty. This is the way I was raised. But not only the way I was raised, it's just something in me that will not treat people some kind of way. We have to be mindful because God is watching. And a liar will not tarry in God's sight. So if we believe in God or the higher being or whomever anybody's believing in or whatever, if you believe that you can lie and get away with it, or if you believe you can pretend or you can mistreat people, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. You ain't, and I said ain't, broken English, I know what's proper. It ain't going to profit you anything. In the long run, you will lose when you make promises that you don't keep. And I didn't come on here to preach, but I'm just coming on here to say people should be mindful and they should be honest. If you know you're not going to run somebody's PL, don't say you're running it and you know you're not. Don't do that. Just don't say anything. You don't have to run it. You don't owe anybody anything. Nobody expects, I don't expect people to do anything. It's just out of the goodness and care of their heart that they do these things. So, don't just act like I'm watching. And if I go to your videos, I'm not going to watch 1 or 2 minutes and then go to the next one and run to the next one and run to the next. I'm not going to do that. I may be slow getting around to you. I'm not just going to make a comment and pretend like I watched your video and I didn't. I'm going to watch at least 10 minutes. I may skip to the middle and I may go to the end. Sometimes I watch videos all the way through from beginning to end. I give it a full watch. So, some people just, they don't even, because I have shouted people out toward the end and I know they didn't see it because they didn't look. They didn't look. I've shouted people out at the beginning, I've shouted out at the end. And some things I've said, I know if they saw the video, they would have commented. So, stop trying to be slick. Don't think that people don't see you and people are not watching you. Because if you're wise, you're paying attention. I'm not saying you out there like you're a security guard or something like that, but I'm just saying, only thing I'm saying, just be people of integrity and honesty. If you can't, and we know nobody can make it to every live. Nobody can look at every video. You cannot look at every video in a playlist. We know this. You may not get, because like I'm using an older iPad and that thing gets hot. So I have to let it cool off and, go back. I may not go back until the next day and try to start from where I left off to run some more videos. That's just the way I do it. I agree with you. Crafty Leo says you can tell when someone don't watch even a little bit. You're right, Crafty Leo. I've noticed that. I've watched that. A lot of people just run from one person to another and don't take time to look at them, make a comment, go to the next person, make a comment, I don't do that. I don't do that. If I tell you, if I leave a comment and I say watched in full or watched to the end, God is my witness. I've done it. I have done it. Now, I'm not telling you that I have time to watch 3 and 4 hour videos of one person when I'm trying to get around to a lot of different people. But I do go back a lot of times, and even if your video is 3 hours or 4 hours, I will at least try to watch 15 minutes, and then I may kind of skip around because I can't sit and watch a 3 or 4 hour video of one person when I got so many other supporters that support me, and I want to return the love to them. But I think at least 15 minutes. I agree with you. Just don't comment. Yeah. Yes, Sis Patty, please say that again so the folks in the back of the room can hear it. Amen. Praise the Lord. You're right. You are right. Just don't say anything. I may run a playlist and turn the volume down. May not like all, but when I can, thumbs up. Right, Tracy. You're right. We're not gonna like all of the content. We're not gonna like everything. That's why I say I turn the volume all the way down. I let it run. Put it on my credenza. Let it run. And I go on about the house doing what I have to do. But I'm letting it run so you can get your WH time. I want everybody to get their WH. It's enough for all of us. No jealousy here. No competition. No comparison. Everybody has wonderful content for the most part. Everybody's content may not be like somebody else's, but I try not to criticize. Everybody may not have the same equipment as somebody else. Everybody cannot buy all of this expensive this and that just to, I'm not saying put out garbage. I'm not saying that, but do the best you can. Work with what you have until you can get some better. Uh, I've listened to videos going in and out, not being able to hear, waiting for the volume to come back in. But I bear with that because I know a lot of times people are going through areas where the volume will go out, like if you're going through trees and different things and different areas that may not have. Because even at home sometimes, my Wi-Fi cuts up. And I get on the phone and I'm back and forth with the folks at AT&T because I'm paying for this and I pay for extra stuff. But this stuff is man-made, and anything that is man-made can be faulty. I don't care how much you pay for it, it can be faulty. So people that are struggling with what they have, trying to make do, trying to do the best they can, I try to embrace them and not just criticize. Not just criticize. So, because everybody is different and everybody don't have the same, okay. When I run a playlist, I rarely comment because I'm really not watching, more so helping and supporting that particular channel. Exactly right, Crafty Leo. Now, sometimes when I'm running, if I'm near and it's something that I see that I'm really interested in, I will turn up the volume and look at that particular one, and when it's done, then I will turn down the volume and go on back doing what I'm doing. I have been running some, and I said, oh, let me see what she's doing. Because when I ran when I was helping you running, at times when I was running, and I had the volume down low, letting it run. Then I passed that and I saw some crafts you were doing, and I said, wait, let me see. And I stopped and went back, and you were putting some hats. I think you were doing hats. And I said, oh, this is interesting. I didn't know she was doing all of this, things like that. But when you're running the PL, you can't watch everything, and you're not going to like everything. Right, Miss Patty, you're right, Chiller Tracy. We all had to start somewhere. All of us started somewhere, and everybody did not start with the boom. Some people had to work up to where they are today. They needed help from others. Because I think I had, at the time when I started watching, coming into Miss T's live streams, I had about 800 and some family members. And as I stayed in and supported her, and she supported me, and many others reached out and supported me, then I grew. And I grew to 1,000. I didn't grow in a week now, but I grew to 1,000. People began seeing me, but I was going over to their channels, giving them support as well. And they saw me, they got to know me, and they started coming to me. And then when I got to my 1K, y'all, I was happy, but I didn't say anything. I was waiting until I got over the 1K. The very next day I looked and I was down to 967. I had lost 30-some people. And I think the reason is people just come and hit that button, and then they go on. And then that's another thing. We can't use the SUB word on here because of YouTube seeing that as subbing for subbing and all of this and whatever. So that's why I always say coming to your house, leaving a package, leaving a gift, ringing your bell or something like that. And Miss T and Big Rooster said, you'll get them, don't worry. And it was at that moment that Big Rooster IG'd me and told me, Miss Patty, don't worry. Now, he didn't have his 1K either at the time, I don't think. I think he got his a little bit, yes he did. He had his a little before me. He said, don't worry. He said, that happens. You know, you'll get them back. You know, just give it a week, a few days, you'll get it back. And he was right. I did. I gained them. I regained them. But I still didn't say anything right away because, you know, I didn't, well, he knew I had them. And Miss T, and I think finally I said something on her channel, but I waited. And so here I am now, and I'm grateful. And even with the 4,000 hours, I didn't say too much right at first about that. I IG Miss T and him, and then the next day I came out and told the people and thanked everybody. But you know, it's like a roller coaster. Don't be discouraged. Don't quit. Just keep going because you will finally get whatever goal you're seeking if you just stick with it. Let's see. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let's see here. Once it becomes a chore, then it's no longer fun. Then go to your heart and spirit. Amen. Yes, you're right. I love YouTube. I do. I love it, and I love all of the nice people, supportive people that I have met. I really, really love you all and thank you all. Let's see, I think Simply Sarah said something up here that I may have missed. Let me go back. Okay. Yes, Miss Patty, right. When I was at my last numbers, my numbers wasn't right. I knew that everybody wasn't watching because my numbers didn't move. I started watching my own. You're right. I watched my own too from another channel that I had a while ago when I was doing the jewelry a lot. I started watching. Then I had my grandson to run from his house, you know, and but some people you just know. They say they're gonna run it, and I remember running even before Miss T's time, running a couple playlists, and people said they were running mine, but when I checked for days, not 2 days, they didn't watch all of my PL like they said because my numbers didn't move. And I saw that. I saw that. And I said, well, you know, let me stop. But anything you want in life, if it's worth having, you got to fight for it. And nothing beats a failure but a try. You got to try. And everything is not going to be pleasant. Everything is not going to be easy. It's not easy out here. But if we persevere with the help of God and the help of the people that God puts in your path, we can succeed. We can succeed. And I pray for my channel. I prayed for it when I first started it, and I asked God to grow my channel, to put me with people that I needed to be with. And God did just that because it's not easy. It took me almost 2 years to get my 4 WH. It took me it took me a little over 2 years. Just about a month past 2 years for me to get that. So I'm grateful. And as I said, things are not going to be easy all the time. And I will give you an example, and some of you may have heard this example that I've given before. I worked on one job for state government for many years, 40 to be exact. And that job wasn't always pleasant. It was a good paying job. It was a nice job in the office. I worked with I worked in public service. I served the public a lot on many different levels. I supervised at one point in time. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. Trust me. I live in the South. It wasn't easy. But I persevered. I had great benefits, good retirement set up, good 401k, if you will. And when I got ready to leave that job, I retired, I think in 2018, I believe the beginning of 2018, I think 2017 or end of 2017 or beginning of 2018. I get it mixed up. But I was thankful and grateful for God keeping me there. And I was grateful to be able to stay on the job that long. I could have thrown in the towel, and I had opportunity to go other places. I did interview for other jobs, and 2 jobs, as a matter of fact. I had an interview at a mental institution in another city, but the same state where I am, but I didn't accept that. Then I had one offer at one of the prisons, and they made it look so good. They were going to give me this raise and everything, but I didn't accept that. But when I told my higher ups that these people wanted to bring me in more than what I was making, guess what? God opened the door for me, and my current job that I had, they increased my pay. They increased it. So that was God. I thank God, and I thank them too. So we have to persevere. We have anything we want in life. I mean, this is not give me, give me, give me, give me. This is I work hard for what I get. If I want to accomplish goals, you got to work hard for it. Whatever you do, if you work from home, you got to work hard. You got to work hard. Nobody's giving you anything. And I've always been a go-getter. I have done, my daughter who is pregnant, we have been partners in different businesses as I worked. And we sold a lot of stuff. We did a lot of, I mean, it's just always been that I can do this. And we did well, you know, in a lot of stuff. We sold a lot. And the last thing we sold was paparazzi jewelry. And I sold a lot of jewelry, more than what she sold. And I stopped. And I still have a lot of jewelry that I am going to dispose of. I'm going to give away so much, like I've been doing all the time anyway. And I'm going to sell so much of it as well. I have one room that I need to clean out in my house because I took down the bed and gave it to my son. And so that room is full of boxes and stuff and jewelry and all of that. And I'm going to clear that out so I can set up my YouTube studio. That's what I have plans of doing, and that's what I'm going to do. But I just said all of that. Didn't mean to just over talk it so much, but just said all of that to say that we have to work hard. We have to work hard. We can't always be begging for this and begging for that. Everybody falls on hard times sometimes. I don't mean that. I don't mean that people don't need, because people will always need. The Bible says the poor we will have with us always. So people will need. But just don't be lazy. I can't stand that lazy stuff. I've been cleaning up a couple of educator women homes since I was 15. So these kids have better opportunities. I worked in a clothing store that had the grocery store downstairs. I worked in this store called H.L. Green. Some of you may be familiar with the H.L. Green stores. I worked there as a college student. I worked for RCA Service Company as a college student. And I cleaned these two people's houses as a high school student. So I was determined that I was going to make it. I definitely run my own. Humans will say one thing and do something. You're right. Life happens. It's better to help yourself, and what anybody else does is a bonus and blessing. Yes, it is. I hope that I have helped everyone who needed my help. I thank you, Tracy. You ran my PL, and you told me you were running, and I appreciate it. I thank you. And I have run some for you, and I'm going to run some more. And I try to come over to your lives and come over and watch your videos after your lives, or just videos that you put out. I try to support you, to help you get up to getting your community tab. And I remember when your anniversary was coming and you were really thinking about hours you may be losing and whatever. But we're going to help you with your hours. I'm going to run more of your PL. Right now, I'm still running Callie King, and I told Keena Craze that I was going to run her. I have run a lot of playlists, and I try to put people in rotation, so I'm not even going to name. I have run a number of playlists, and will continue to do so to help, because it's enough out here for all of us. It's enough out here. And that's what we have to do. We have to help each other. Hello, Shakaya, how are you? So happy for all of you being here. Happy for the 14 in the building. Please thumbs up. Let's take a look at these greens. And I am just going to let you see these. Before I sign off, I've turned them down, but they are coming along. Look at that. I'm going to let all of this pot liquor cook way down, and then I am going to put in my pepper. But you know what, guys? Since I've been on for so long, let me turn this back up a little bit. Let me wash this pepper and lay it on top. Let you guys see. Wash it well. Pepper, and don't want it to be so spicy, just to add a little bit of flavor. I've washed it. Thank you for the 17 and 1800 in the building. So I have washed this pepper, and I am going to put it in the pot on top with the meat on top, and put the top all the way tight on here. And let me turn it up just a little bit. Let's see what the beans are doing over here. Let's look at them. Oh, guys, I gotta put a pinch of, I almost forgot. Okay. The beans are getting to be just the way I want them. I am going to add some more broth to them. See, I have another carton of broth that I'm going to add some to it. Once I taste everything, I'll know if I need any more seasoning in there. Let's see here. Could have had the bread on by now. But anyway, I'm gonna put a little more in here. And then I'm going to put the meat. I added some more to my beans. I'm good with the greens. I don't need to add anything to them. Let's see my pan here. Oh, I'm going to put some soda, a little pinch of soda. Let's see what pan I'm using. I think I use, let's see, I may use this pan. I think this is the pan I will use to put my bread in. Yeah, I will use this pan for my bread. And let me get a pinch of soda, baking soda, and put in my greens. Let me see here. If I can get should have a measuring spoon here. Yeah, this is one. I'll just use this spoon here and put just a little bit of baking soda in there. I'll let you see. I'm just gonna put about this much of baking soda in the greens and stir that around just a little bit. And that is said that it keeps you from having gas. So just a little bit in there. It's foaming up and everything. So yeah, that's it. Okay guys, I think this is all I'm going to do on the live. Let's make sure that I have spoken to everybody. Sign is where to get the WH $2. Okay. Rob Tracy Anderson, the WH that is on your YT studio is the one that counts. Yes, then YT sometimes behind on a day. Yes. I noticed that it was taking like 48 hours, 2 days for your WH to be accounted for. That was the experience I had and the experience that I have. So you're right, Rob. I'm losing some, but to understand how it works, I don't know. My WH is going up. It's 2 different hours. Public is going up, but WH now is going down. I think that happens, Tracy, chilling with Tracy. It's like one has one time and the studio, I think what Rob is saying, has another, but the studio is the WH that counts. And yes, our numbers go down. I even have my numbers to go down now for my family members. I noticed that, but it goes down 2 or 3, then it'll come up 1 or 2. So I think that happens to all of us, but we just keep pushing. Don't be discouraged. It will happen. You will come up. Yeah, from the computer, yes. Great live, Patty. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Shanita. Thank you so much. Thanks to all of you mods, and all of you that have spent time with me. Hi, Carter's Eats. I'm just seeing you going back through my screen. I'm looking on the other side of the room. Love you, Patty. Thank you so much, Carter's Eat. I'll have to come over and visit you as well at your home. I am grateful for everyone, even those that cannot be here but may be at work watching from the bushes. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that will go back and watch the replay. I am so grateful. And grind, yes, grind, shine, and keep God the head of our life, and the folks who God put in our path, we will succeed. Amen. You're right, Sandra. You are right. Hi, Miss B and fam. How are you doing? I don't know if I have spoken to you. Don't mean to overlook anybody. This has been a great chit chat, and I appreciate all of you. I really do. I really do. And I am going to look everyone that is in this stream. I will be coming to your rocking with the truth. How are you? Hi, Pat and chat. Listening while I'm working, as you're making me hungry, and I already had lunch. What did he say? I've already had lunch. Enjoy your day and weekend, everyone. Thank you, rocking with the truth. Thank you so much, rocking with the truth. Thank you so much, you knew. Thanks to all of you guys. Just wanted to give you all, Steve Gilmore, so happy you're here, and Nate the Great, learning to grow your own, Yaya, so happy. I'm going back. I have missed comments, y'all. DeMonica Taylor, DeMonica, I hope I have not butchered your name. Hello, everyone. Forgive me for my manners. I just clicked on, and it seems like Miss Patty can really cook. Thank you, DeMonica. So happy you could be here. So happy for all of you here. Everybody, each and every one. Love and blessings to all. I really appreciate you. And my beans are cooking like they should. I'm going to add the meat to them. Let's see here. Yeah, they're getting a little creamy, but they're going to be intact, just the way my daughter wants them. I'm trying to cook them the way I know she likes them, because she bought all of this wonderful food. You know how it is, Crafty Leo. When you're pregnant, you want food, food, food. Let's see. Smash the like. Thanks, Rod. Smash the button, everybody. Drop your links if you want to, if you care to. Drop your links. You're welcome to drop your links. And guys, meet and greet everyone like you're doing, and go over to their channel and see what you like over there. You may want to become a part, if you feel led to, become a part of their family. But check it out. You just might see something that you like. Let me show you these greens once again. They have been cooking for quite a while. And once everything is done, I'm going to definitely come back and show you a plate. Here they are. Ooh, they smell amazing, y'all. Amazing. I am telling you, they smell amazing. And as I said, these greens will be cooking for probably a couple of hours, 1.5 to 2 hours, something like that. I will be sure that they are done, and that will be it. So guys, I'm going to turn on this stove so I can get ready to bake the cornbread, make the cornbread. Thank you so much. Hi Tammy, how are you? Walking with Purpose. Monica Miles, welcome in. Thank you for coming. I am so happy to see all of you, and for everything you have missed, if you will, go back and watch the replay, and you will see from where I started in the beginning with the cooking. So that may help you. And as I said, when I do the cooking shows, it is just a basic to show you the basis of how you can prepare a meal, a tasty meal. I will be showing you short, quick ways to prepare meals inexpensively. And those quick meals that you can pull from your pantry, like the instant potatoes and the instant rices and different things that you can pull from your pantry. Now, I said I was going to do this cake, but I may do that tomorrow on another live. It won't take as long as this. I'm going to go on and wrap up this video so I can get the chicken prepared and get it all seared and stuff. But I'm not going to do that until I get one of these larger pots off the burner so that I can put the iron skillet on this burner. This is a large burner and I like to cook on this one. So I'm going to wait until the greens are done here before I start trying to sear the chicken. But anywho, I thank you so much for 1,400 in the building. And okay, walk-in purpose, Monica Miles, she's speaking. I voted for you. Okay, Shakal, okay, they're talking. Precious Pieces, so happy you could be here. I hope I've spoken to everyone. Let's see here. Precious Pieces, I'm just seeing you stopping in to show some love. I appreciate it, Precious Pieces. I appreciate all of you for rocking with me for this throughout this lengthy video. I really, really appreciate you. Please thumbs up the live. Please make a comment after the live. I appreciate all of your comments. And I'm going to get ready and get off so I can get this chicken prepared here and this bread. So this is about it for right now. If I want to come back and show you the chicken after it's done, and I will tell you pretty much what I did with the chicken. I'm going to clean it, wash it thoroughly, soak it in vinegar for about 30 or 40 minutes, and clean it good, dry it with paper towel, and then begin to season it. And when I sear it on top of the stove, this is what I will be using. This is the oil that I use. This oil is a little pricey, but I'm told that it's healthier, so I try to use this. It's not going to be deep fried. It's going to be just lightly oiled and, turning it from one side to the other until it is seared, and then put in the pan and run in the oven. I will cover it with aluminum foil for about 30, 40 minutes. Then I will take it, uncover the foil, and let it go for another 10 minutes, just to get it a little brown, a little browner, shall I say. And that will be it. And I will put my seasonings on it. I will cut up some bell pepper before I put it in the oven, some bell pepper and some onion, and put all of my spices that I use, and put a little bit of, can't forget, a little bit of chicken broth in the pan so that it won't stick to the pan. So this is it, guys. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may the Lord makes his face to shine upon each and every one of you. And until the next video, be safe out there. Watch your surroundings, guys. Be careful no matter where you live. Be watchful and be prayerful. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.